You may touch your chair. Congratulations to all the participants in the 2019 ICPC World Finals. Please come forward, touch the trophy for luck, then continue forward to your workstation, have a seat, and please do not touch anything. Welcome to this year's finalists. The remaining teams from over 42,000 students who competed in the 2019 ICPC competition. Teams, please come into the auditorium, step forward and touch the trophy for luck. Then continue forward to your workstation, have a seat, and do not touch anything.
Hello. Hey. Yeah, I can hear you.
All teams, please touch the trophy for luck. Continue to your workstation, have a seat, and do not touch anything. Teams, please, as you're seated at your workstation, do not touch anything. Do not touch anything. As we get prepared to start, please, until you're told otherwise, do not touch anything.
welcome to annual ICPC World Finals dress rehearsal. We're tuning in live from Porto, Portugal. We are very happy to have 135 teams from all over the world who are the best of the best. They advanced from their local competitions through a huge number of students. And now only the best of the best are here at the ICPC World Finals. Today we are planning to do a full dress rehearsal of the process. You will see everything just as it would happen during tomorrow's World Finals. The only difference would be in the problems. These have already been presented as problems for the World Finalists before. But neither us nor teams know which one specific problem will appear on today's contest. Well, we'll soon to find out. I think that most of the teams are now at their workplaces, so we're just waiting for the final countdown to begin the contest. Right now we estimate to start in about 11 minutes, but you know how it happens on the ICPC World Finals. Time machines indeed do exist. We'll try to give you all the best inside information. And now, as we have a chance, we want to say hi to a great team of our ICPC analytics who actually send us very useful information, and they also say that now they wait, and so do we. See you soon.
John Clevenger. I'm the technical director for ICPC, which means any problems that happen are probably my fault, or at least I get the blame. But the important people are standing here next to me, and this time it gives me great pleasure to introduce the World Finals Executive Director, Dr. Jeff Donahue. Jeff?
So it's great to see all you. When this building was built, worked for years to bring the World Finals here to Porto. So let me introduce to you Fernando Silva. It's a wonderful view from here.
Hello everyone. So today is the dress rehearsal for the ICPC World Finals 2019. We bring you the live stream. The contest is tomorrow, and today is going to be kind of a practice round for participants as well as organizers today. You can see teams in the arena.
Thank you, Fernando, and thank you especially to the University of Porto. Just really been amazing champions of the ICPC for a very long time.
Dress rehearsal is like
they're the ones that brought us to this
exact
beautiful facility. So let's give a round of applause for the University of Porto.
Rehearsal of what will be tomorrow.
All right, so I hope all of you have been enjoying the posts from ICPC News and the live video coverage from ICPC Live. I found one of the best ways to experience it is on my mobile device. So if everybody will get their phone out. Anybody? Oh, great. Take that guy over here. Anybody, I understand that a lot of times we think this is part of our person, right? It's we always have it on us and we forget that it's in our pockets. It's just so natural. If you have a cell phone, please pull it out now. You're not in trouble, and hand it to one of the marshals, and we'll make sure that we get it back to you at the end of the contest. Anybody besides Muhammad? All right, a few other things. So you cannot have any electronic devices on the floor. So that includes, as we've already talked about, cell phones, cameras, MP3 or MP4 players.
The rules are being
Does
addressed.
anybody have
No electronic gadgets
a
allowed.
CD player? Or do any of the contestants recognize what this shiny thing is? So nobody has a CD player. All right. So we're doing well. So no MP3 or MP4 players, no 8-track cassette players, no flash drives, no flash drives. If you got one in your pocket, just hand it to one of the marshals. We are providing a calculator, so you shouldn't have any a calculator. Oh, sorry. So spectators, thanks for coming out. Now, quiet. All right, so we'll be doing spectators will be quiet during the contest. Just for today, about 30 minutes into the contest, we'll invite the one on-site coach for each team. You can come join your team on the floor. But that is just for today. Of course, tomorrow, teams you're completely on your own, but 30 minutes in, the on-site coaches will be invited to join your team. Contestants, work with your team. Teamwork is going to be a critical part of this contest, but that's the only folks that you get to interact with besides the marshals. No communication with other teams, no communication with the spectators. They're going to be quiet, so that's not a problem. But just, you can talk to your team, work with your team. If you have questions, ask one of the marshals. But no communication with any spectators, no communication with other teams. Make sure that you have your badge on at all times, and your badge needs to be visible. So everybody needs to be able to see your badge, your name, not covered up by something. And also make sure that your shirt is always on the outside. It's just a security mechanism, so we make sure we know who's supposed to be here and who's not. For spectators and those back home, please make sure you join the ICPC news, find out also pictures, stories, and video, and also everyone should watch your mom and dad can watch live on ICPClive.com. Of course, take out your cell phone now and text mom and dad. Anybody? Check. So basically, it's something like for everybody to watch ICPC and ICPC.com coverage. You have water on your table. You need additional water.
Grab one of the marshals and they will make sure that you have water.
You need to go to
the restroom. Go through that door. And you will see signs that tell you which way to go for the men's and the women's restroom. So if you need to go to the restroom, that's perfectly fine. Some more competition. Wipe those doors and follow the signs.
All right. So now we're back up to the stage. John Hutchinson.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Fernando. A few last-minute notes before we start the dress rehearsal competition. During today's contest, your primary task is to make sure that you understand everything associated with tomorrow's competition. What that means is you should review all of the judging notes and technical notes that are provided at your workstation. You should work through at least one of the problems. You can work through as many of them as you want. Tomorrow there will be some number of problems posted at your workstation. Today there are problems, but you will discover when you open them up that some of them are duplicates. There are, for example, a problem A that turns out to be exactly the same problem as problem G. Okay? The reason for that is so that we can test the entire system. So we have a lot of problems in here. It's not a requirement that you submit any problems. I know every year there's some team that wants to win the dress rehearsal. There's no such thing. Okay? It's all a test for you to learn how things work and for us to make sure that things do work properly. If you want to submit your program for more than one problem, that's fine. We don't care, but it makes absolutely no difference. But make sure that you attempt to solve at least one of the problems. Make sure that you print. That if you anticipate any desire tomorrow to get a hard copy of anything, then you should try it today and make sure it works. There is only one way to print something, and that is to use the command whose name is print file. Every year we get dozens of questions. Why can't I print out of Eclipse? Why can't I print out of Emacs? Why can't I print using my cell phone? Okay? None of those things work. If you've got your cell phone, Jeff will show you how to print with it. Okay? There is a command that you can use to print, and you should use that command, and you should try and make sure that you print. Also, don't get up and go looking for the printers. The runners will bring you your printout. If you have any questions that you would like answered, then it is your obligation to ask that question during this dress rehearsal contest by submitting a clarification request using the Dom Judge contest control system. Okay? And at this afternoon's answers to questions session, which takes place at 1500, 3 o'clock. Downstairs, we will answer all of the questions that have been submitted using the clarification system. So if you have questions, submit them and we will answer them then. If you have, would like to, if it is your desire to adjust your workstation, you may do so with a couple of caveats. You may move your keyboard, your monitor, or your mouse, but you may not unplug anything. Do not remove any plugs. Yes, USB plugs. Don't remove anything, okay? You may move things around, subject to the following caveat. If you break something, we will do our best to fix it, but we're not guaranteed, okay? So you move things around at your own risk. You assume the responsibility if there is something wrong as a result of you moving your equipment around. The other thing is, there is in front of each of you a camera pointed at you. You may not block that camera. Okay? That is part of the ICPC Live network. Yes, you're going out live on the internet during the competition. Okay? You may not block that camera. You may also not do anything that would affect any other team, whether intentional or unintentional. You cannot interfere with another team's competition. This includes the fact that every team is prohibited from entering another team's space. And the other team's space is defined as out to the ends, the pointy ends of your workstation area. You may not step foot inside any other team's workstation area. The dividers that separate you are no man's land. You may not put anything on those dividers. Okay? Don't put anything on top of any of those dividers. You also are prohibited from doing anything on the network other than using the commands that we are provided. For example, to use the contest goal system to submit runs. Obviously, you're going to use the network to do that. Don't open a terminal and see what you can ping. Don't try and SSH into some remote machine. We know you're all smart. We don't want to have to disqualify somebody because they are violating the rules. And the rules are, you may not use the network to do anything except execute the commands that we have provided for you. We, by the way, are monitoring that. And the last thing I want to do is come to somebody and say, excuse me, you're disqualified. But I'm not opposed to doing it if I have to. During tomorrow's contest, there will be a variety of colored balloons. You all come from ICPC contests, so almost all of you know how balloons work. Today, we will have a small number of different colored balloons, and we will bring them out. The balloons to colors today don't have anything to do with the actual problems, except they allow us to test all of the balloon system. So you'll get balloons if you solve a problem, but don't worry about what colors they are and so forth. Tomorrow we will have balloons also for the first team to solve a problem in the contest, and then the first team to solve each individual problem thereafter. Tomorrow there will be problem sets available for the spectators. I think we have problem sets today also. I've got to check on it. Somebody verify that for me. In just a moment, we are going to start. A couple of other announcements. As we sent out an announcement a couple of weeks ago to all coaches, not everybody's necessarily familiar with the keyboard layout, and if you provided stickers at registration, those stickers should be in your bag on your workstation, and you may apply them today, and we won't take them off. And they'll be there when you come back tomorrow. You can take time to apply them tomorrow if you want to, but that doesn't seem very useful. You could use it every time. Spectators and coaches, tomorrow when you come in, please be sure and come in up the west staircase that's closest to where the team area, assembly area is downstairs. A bunch of people came up here, and the middle staircase is discovered they were walking into a secure area like that. We don't want that to happen tomorrow. Let's see. I think we need to find out what our status is here. I think I'll start counting down. Let's see.
Welcome everyone to the dress rehearsal of the 43rd edition of ICPC World Finals 2019. This is the largest programming competition in the world, where the best participants from all the universities come across through multiple regional rounds to be at the World Finals. This is happening in Portugal, Porto, and we are live. We are bringing you the live scenes from the contest arena and the dress rehearsal. The students are all participants are gathered in the arena. You can see the ICPC trophy.
That doesn't seem like a very good use of our time, so let's see.
And the instructions are being given to the participants about what to do, what not. This is the exact replica of what is going to happen tomorrow. You can ping in with your queries, questions, whatever you want on our channel, on the chat, and we'll try and respond to them as we bring you the live telecast of the event. Teams from 135 countries, sorry, 135 teams have qualified have been selected through multiple regional rounds to be at the finale. As you can see, there are 3 minutes to go before the dress rehearsal starts.
Okay, I have, let's see, Jeff and Fernando, if you will come up here.
There's a time machine as well, so we can tinker the time at the World Finals.
We're ready to release the balloons.
Yes, you can also vote in with which university you want to win. We already see somebody rooting out for Moscow University.
Clock counts down to 0. We'll be ready to start. At that time, you may finally touch the stuff on
You
your
can see
board.
the participants on the screen. That's exactly how the contest arena is going to look like tomorrow. Today, it is to give a hang of the arena, the environment, the conditions to the participants, as well as it prepares the organizers to do well so that if there are any glitches found, they can be added today. World Finals is happening in this beautiful city of Porto this time, in Portugal. A few minutes left before participants can start practicing today, take part in the dress rehearsal, which is like the practice contest. For tomorrow, there are problems which they will have to solve. Obviously, they are not going to be the same as what they will get tomorrow. Yes, there is a Russian broadcast also happening today, and it will definitely happen tomorrow. We can check it out if it is happening on the YouTube channel today as well. So there are people already rooting for their teams. IIT Kanpur from India being mentioned here. You can definitely post your comments on the chat, and we'll try and respond to them. If you have any queries, questions regarding ICPC, regarding anything else, we'll be happy to answer them. You can see the contestants there wearing different colored t-shirts from different regions.
One minute to go.
There's 1 minute to go now before the dress rehearsal starts. All the participants is assembled in the arena. This is the viewing arena where the coaches and other guests can see the teams from.
All right, spectators and all teams, help us count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Countdown starts.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The contest is
There you go.
underway.
The dress rehearsal starts officially. And you can see people getting on the problems. There is a lot of buzz. They're opening the printouts of the problem statements. So they have printouts of the problem statements as well as the problems appear on the computer. You can see the teams sharing the problem statements with themselves. And reading the problems. Those who want to be watching this live in other languages, they can go to icpclive.com, and it's happening in multiple languages. So you can follow your language there. This is the 43rd Annual World Finals of the ICPC, the International Collegiate Programming Competition. There are 135 teams taking part in this competition. Each team is composed of 3 members. They come from different parts of the globe. There are regionals that happen through which they qualify to be here at the World Finals. Each team is also accompanied by a coach. The coaches can, as you can see, there is a viewing arena where the coaches can reside and they can watch their teams and cheer and root for them. It's a beautiful arena set by the University of Porto. Those of you who are joining in now, this is the dress rehearsal for the World Finals of the ICPC, the 43rd edition of ICPC. And we are bringing you live the scenes from the contest arena. The dress rehearsal is the exact replica of what is going to happen tomorrow at the finals. It is to prepare the teams to give them an idea about how the contest is going to be, how the systems are going to be. And the environment is going to be to set things up, and also the organizers to identify if there are any glitches in the competition, in any of the setups, so that they can fix it. There is some interesting trivia, interesting tradition about ICPC that any team who solves a problem, there are balloons. There are balloons corresponding to each problem, and the team who solve a problem, the balloons will there will be runners designated there who will bring the balloons to their desk and put it on the desk. So actually, the teams can be identified how many problems they have solved through the number of balloons on their desk. Are the balloons going to be today? We don't know during the rehearsal. So about the format of the competition, so there will be around 10 to 12 problems given tomorrow. We don't know exactly how many problems will be there. And the teams have to solve these problems in 5 hours. Whoever solves the maximum number of problems in the minimum amount of time, they win. Also, the number of wrong submissions that they make adds to the penalty score for each team. So that also is taken into account to remove the tie between teams. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them on our live chat. We'll be happy to answer them. The live scenes from the dress rehearsal. We're setting things up for tomorrow, the big day. You can see some teams having food. Some teams very closely looking at the problems and trying to solve them. Here with some scenes at the dress rehearsal, and if you have any questions you can post them on our chat and we'll be happy to address them. Thank you. Welcome everyone to the dress rehearsal of the ICPC World Finals 2019. We are having the dress rehearsals for the 43rd edition of the World Finals of the ICPC. And as you can see, there is current standings that all the teams, around 135 teams, have accumulated in the in the contest arena, and now they have been given some problems. These are not the problems that are going to appear tomorrow, but yes, everything else apart from the problems remain the same as tomorrow. So teams are seated in the arena with the problems given to them, and they are solving it. You can also see that on the rank list, the current rank list. You can on the screen on your left hand side corner, you can see the current activity, which team is getting an accepted. AC means accepted, WA means wrong answer for the problem, and there are problem code like EKKEE that you can see on the screen. These are the problems that they are solving. We will also be running some Twitter contests tomorrow where you can vote for your team. You can vote which team you want to win, and you can follow all our action live on icpclive.com. You can also send us comments on the chat, live YouTube chat, and we'll try and address the comments. If you go to if you go to the icpclive.com, you'll find polls and screens. There are different polling contests running there. You can also request us. There's a very interesting feature in the live streaming where you can request us to show you the team that you are rooting for on the screen. Yes, that is possible. We see the teams here making some submissions on the problems. So St. Petersburg is on the 9th rank with another AC. This live broadcast is happening in multiple languages. You can also find the broadcast in other languages at icpclive.com. The 43rd edition of the ICPC finals is happening in the beautiful city of Porto in Portugal. This is the dress rehearsal today. You can see teams reading problems, trying to solve them, getting used to the contest arena. Dress rehearsal is basically the exact replica of what is going to happen tomorrow, which gives a good acclimatization to the participants about the contest arena, the contest environment, the IDEs, the editors, everything. And if there are, it also helps the organizers to iron out any glitches that they may face today. You can also take part in polls to vote for your favorite team tomorrow. So you can tweet to hashtag ICPC 2019 vote, #poll name, #team name if you're using Twitter. And there is also Twitch on which the live streaming is going on. You'll find the information about the poll, complete details about the poll on icpclive.com. Yes, there will be a live leaderboard as well, where you can follow the progress of each team, which submissions they are making, whether they're getting AC, they're getting a wrong answer. You can find the scoreboard at icpc.baylor.edu/scoreboard. University of Waterloo right now has a score of 2. They have solved 2 problems. Those who are joining in now, you can see the live screens streaming from the contest arena. The dress rehearsal for the ICPC World Finals, the 43rd edition of the World Finals, is happening today. The main event, the grand finale, is tomorrow, where 135 teams will take part. These teams have been selected from all across the globe through various regionals being conducted in different parts of the world. And teams are participating today to trying their hands to get used to the contest environment. The World Finals this year is happening in Porto. It's a beautiful city in Portugal. The University of Porto is hosting the contest. We will bring you all the details about the contest, every single submission results, the live updates on icpclive.com as well as on our YouTube channel and Twitch. Today and tomorrow the contest starts. Tomorrow the contest start time is 11 a.m. local time in Porto. You need to check your times in your time zones. Be there. It's going to be an exciting day. The world's best programmers will battle it out for the ultimate championship title. While you're here, do not forget to take part in the other competitions that we are going to run in parallel. You can root for your team. You can ask for your team to be on the screen, and we will try and get you there. All of the details you will be able to find on icpclive.com. You'll also find a list of all the teams who are taking part, who have been selected. Right now you can see a scoreboard which shows you the current standings of the dress rehearsal happening today. And University of Waterloo is at number 1 position, solving 2 problems. There are quite a few people, teams who have solved 2 problems already in the dress rehearsal. We'll take a small break, but we'll leave you with the screens and we'll come back soon. Till then. Yeah, hello everyone. We are back uh, at the ICPC live, the dress rehearsals for the World Finals 2019. We have right now Carlos with us from Huawei. Huawei is one of the sponsors for ICPC 2019 World Finals.
Yes, it
Hello,
is.
Carlos.
Hi,
Hi.
pleasure to be here.
Yeah, is this your first time at the ICPC?
It's my first time at the ICPC. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. I'm here since Monday, since 6 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
It's been some crazy days, meeting so many people from so many countries. It's been awesome days. And right now, let me just say, I'm from Portugal. Like you just like
You're
you
from
said,
Portugal, yeah.
I'm from here. I'm from
Yeah.
Portugal, and I knew only about this event because of Huawei told me about it. I
Uh-huh.
didn't knew a lot of about it,
Mhm.
and like 2 weeks prior, my brother told me that he's going to represent Portugal in the ICPC. He's today in here.
Your
and
own
he's
brother?
My younger brother.
Your own younger brother?
My younger brother is
Wow.
competing. It's the first Portuguese team to being in the finals, and my brother,
Uh-huh.
proud to the family.
He must be
is
very,
here.
very proud of him.
Yeah, very proud of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, why don't you tell more about yourself? How are you here? I know you are from Huawei, and Huawei is sponsoring this. But what do you do at Huawei? And
I work for Huawei Portugal. I'm a sales promoter. We run stores. We run all around stores, like trying to help the customers, trying to help the salespersons of those stores, so they can sell better our equipment. We teach them about how our new launches, our new cell phones, how to sell it better to the public, even if it's a Huawei cell phone or the Huawei MateBook,
Yeah.
the new computer that they send
Yeah.
out. So that's my job. Prior to that, I used to work with other brands too, but now Huawei is the
Okay.
top brand.
yeah. So I also heard that Huawei organized a challenge, a separate neural network challenge yesterday.
Yeah, it was a challenge about artificial intelligence. They want to
Right.
see what new things the young generations could create and inspire Huawei, because Huawei is doing one thing that I like in this competition is it's trying to seek younger minds to see the future, because the younger minds see the future better, a little bit better and a little bit different than what we see, because we see it with older eyes, you know.
Yeah,
We see
yeah.
it like what it was, what it is, and what it can be. Maybe they don't see
Absolutely.
that maybe.
Yeah.
They s-
And these are the smartest, the younger minds in the world, right? All across the globe. Yeah.
all across the globe. And Huawei was smart enough to let's try to see how far they can see beyond what we can
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Let's try to make a challenge, a different challenge, because artificial intelligence is booming as we speak. It's in a lot of areas, and they want to see where they can integrate those new things that they see.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure Huawei has encashed into this great opportunity to be among the best programmers of the
Yeah.
globe, right?
Yeah,
And
right.
it's a great experience for you as well.
Yeah, it's a great experience for me as
Uh,
well. I'm meeting a lot of people, including Huawei people
Mhm.
that I didn't met from other countries.
Uh-huh.
It's been a pleasure. They are a pleasure to be around. They are funny. I mean, we thought they were more like work focused persons, you know, work focused, and they don't speak a lot. They don't like they're here with a purpose, you know. But no,
No?
far beyond that.
So you find
They-
these people not, are you able to make friends with them?
Yeah, I mean, 5 minutes ago, after I've been here, I was playing football with them. It
Yeah,
was just
because
like,
most of the programmers are considered to be very introverted people,
Yeah.
who will not speak.
Yeah.
But I think playing is a good thing, good option with
Yeah.
them. You just make them play and they will be very happy to do
Yeah,
that.
I mean, in the first day, I was talking with one of them, and I was like, "Yeah, the camera in the new P30 Pro is awesome. The 5x optical zoom and 10 hybrid zoom." And he was like, "Yeah, I know. It was my team that created that." And I was like, "Okay, sorry. I mean, okay, I didn't know specifically with who was I talking about, with which area, but They are the photography engineers in Huawei, and I was like speaking to them like just in a general product view, you know. And,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yeah, I created that. Sorry." And I'm like, "Okay." Yeah,
Okay. So you're having a good time here,
yeah, good time
and
here. Knowing a lot of people, a lot
yeah,
of countries.
yeah,
Knowing you,
yeah.
yeah.
Great to see you
It's
and
been
talk to you.
an awesome week, and I mean I'm just I would like that the young people that are here competing to be more outward to meet people, you know, because they have a lot of countries in here. They have a lot of persons that can discuss a lot of things that they don't imagine besides the ICPC competition, you know, and they are like in their small groups
Yeah.
of them, their countries or their universities.
Yeah.
They don't get a lot out of
Yes,
that
they're not
group.
extroverted. They're
Yeah,
not very comfortable talking to a lot of
yeah.
other
I
people.
mean,
Yeah, that's what
that's
I was
the
talking about.
image that
Yes,
we saw about
yes,
the geek or the nerd
yeah,
community. You know, they are like a lot introverted, so it's normal.
yeah,
But the ICPC is doing a good work. The organization is doing a good work by making them do challenges to
yeah.
meet persons, different persons. I mean, I was in the stand, and yesterday I was like taking photo after photo after photo with a lot of people because one of the challenges that
Yeah.
the ICPC organization did was you had to take a photo with one
So that's
person.
the ICPC quest that you're talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah, the
right?
ICPC
So
quest.
did you take part in the ICPC quest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, it took part, principally me and another friend that
Uh-huh.
are downstairs. A lot of people came and, can
Yeah.
I take a picture with you?
Yeah.
We were like, sure, what's happening? Only when my brother came and asked me to take a
Uh-huh.
photo with him, and I was like, why? You're my brother. You have a lot of pictures. I don't understand. Yeah, yeah. And he explained to me the quest, and I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good way to make you meet different people,
Yeah.
different countries,
Yeah.
and I think they could talk more between them, you know, out of the country. Like
Yeah.
you, and you, different countries, speak English, right? Right. Make a group, try to know each other, try to know the world without leaving this room. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
that would be a great thing for them to do.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And Carlos, coming back to the challenge that Huawei hosted yesterday,
Yeah.
right? Did you get great submissions, or did you get something that you were expecting, or what happened there? Any insights into that? Do you have that?
Some a little insights.
Yeah.
They do not talk a lot because who created the challenge was only like one person that created the challenge. He was here yesterday. He is here today, but he's like running for all the places.
Uh-huh.
Because he likes a lot to know these young persons,
Uh-huh.
to try to see what they
Yeah.
can inspire him to do
Yeah.
different things.
So there were
Um,
prizes for the contestants, which are
there were
different than
prizes.
and they were good prizes. There were prizes from Huawei, like I'm sure the laptop and
Yes, the
and
laptop
phones.
and the cell phones, yes, and the
Yeah.
watch.
And there were prizes for
Um,
the coaches as well.
Yes.
Not just the teams, but the coaches as well.
Yes, they
Yeah.
were. And even though the prices were for the coaches, for the teams, they
Yeah.
even included some bracelets, the smart bracelets, the
Yeah.
cheapest gadgets, you know,
Yeah.
but so they can
Yeah.
give even for those who didn't want.
You didn't allow us to participate.
Yeah, they didn't. No, not even
Yeah.
a week could
Yeah, me and my
participate.
colleague wanted to participate, but you didn't allow us. But that's okay.
Yeah.
But I hope you did get good submissions from the participants.
Yeah, I mean, the missions that they get was a lot about the artificial intelligence. A lot of them were going more to the photography section because that's what Huawei kind of represents in the mobile world.
Yeah, yeah.
So they were more kind of inclining to that way. But I didn't talk to a lot of participants about the challenge of the Huawei because they were there. It was like it's a challenge. It's a plus. They
Yeah.
didn't knew that it was going to
Yes.
have a challenge.
Yes.
You know, it was a plus, and they were like,
Yeah, it was
okay,
not
let's
announced
see.
before they came here that they
Yeah.
have to participate in this
Yeah.
challenge, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it just after coming here, they got to know that there is this challenge going to happen
Exactly.
in neural networks. So when you say photography, you mean more about digital image processing, right? That's what they were given. Yeah.
The artificial intelligence that
Yeah.
Huawei is giving more and more in their software of the cameras and the cell phones.
Yeah.
They were trying to get out of there, Huawei, because like they know they have that, but they want something new, something different, you know,
Yeah.
something that can innovate to the Huawei brand because Huawei, it's a cell phone that's awesome to take picture. Yes, that is because of the lens and everything, but they want they don't want just that.
Yeah.
Huawei wants to be a brand,
Uh-huh.
not a brand that only makes cell phones that take awesome pictures. They want to create a general brand.
And I think this is the best platform probably to be able to create that, right?
It's
the
the best
smartest
platform.
people in the world,
Exactly.
all together.
Smartest, youngest, and with a
Yes.
different vision that those that probably a lot of us have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm sure Huawei did reap a lot of benefits being here.
A lot of benefits. In what way? A lot of benefits.
In terms of creating the brand, in terms of meeting people, the smartest people, and trying to attract. Maybe you can hire some people from here. I don't know.
They are trying to.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a huge board downstairs that's saying
internships. I saw there were internships at Huawei, which you were advertising. Downstairs. Yeah.
The Chinese that are here.
Yeah.
They are going a lot like they get out of the Huawei space and try to talk to a lot of young minds to see what they know, what they want, so that can invite them to Huawei. Because they present to them like an A4 sheet, like we have this area, this area, this area, this area, this area. What's the area that you're more comfortable, that you like more? And they talk. I mean, they look like they are selling the equipments to the young. I swear, I look like I'm in the store. I'm in the store and they are trying to sell the equipment. Are they? And when I go closer to them and I start to hear, they are like try to fish for information with the young minds. They present to them the new laptop and try to fish to see what they talk about the laptop. What could be better? I like this, but this could be better. And Huawei, really? Why don't you come to work with us? And like they start to introduce the different areas that like they are hiring. Just for work or for an internship.
So Carlos, one thing that probably our audience will also might be interested in knowing, right? I know you are targeting the smartest people here at ICPC, but what if somebody wants to join Huawei, right? Do they have some kind of an open application for your internships or jobs where they can apply?
In here we have downstairs.
Okay.
We have the
not here, online. So we are here right now. Everybody in the world is listening to us, and if some of our spectators want to, participate.
Online is not as easy, but they can send an open letter in our website. In the contacts, they have the special area where they where all the people can send them a letter.
So you do have openings for smart engineers out there.
We have openings. We don't announce. It's not like announce. We don't just put like a job request. We need engineers. We need this. We did no. We want the person that contact Huawei to be a person that says what is good in them and what good can bring to the company.
Right.
Because if you see a job interview to a manager, of course you're going to say, I have a lot of managing. I am awesome managing persons. People. I was a manager in the store in like a $300 store. That's not the point. What Huawei wants is write them an open email saying what you're good at, what you want, why you want Huawei.
So those of you who are listening to this interview with Carlos from Huawei, if you want to apply to Huawei and get a job there, you need to write to them, clearly mentioning why you want to work with Huawei and what value you can bring to them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
what
very
value
important.
you can bring to the company, and what do you think that the company can bring of value to you too? Because that's what Huawei wants. They want the people to grow with them, because when our workers grow, of course, the brand grows too.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Carlos, for your time. It was really nice talking to you.
It was a pleasure.
Pleasure is mine. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we are here at the dress rehearsal of the ICPC World Finals 2019, the 43rd edition. We were just talking to Carlos from Huawei, who are the sponsors for ICPC 2019 finals this time. And you can see that teams are very busy participating in the dress rehearsal. It's a practice contest for tomorrow, where teams are basically getting used to the contest arena, the environment, and everything. And we'll take a small break and we'll come back. Thanks, Carlos. Yeah.
team. This is allowed today, it will not be allowed tomorrow.
back, everyone. So we are at the dress rehearsal of the ACM. Sorry, longer there. We are at the dress rehearsal of the ICPC 2019 World Finals being held at Porto, the beautiful city in Portugal. And as you can see, the live streaming of the contest arena being brought to you. And you can see the images of teams participating in the competition. The dress rehearsal is kind of a replica of what is going to happen tomorrow. Everything remains the same except the problems. On your left hand side of the screen, you can see the scorecard where it's not the scorecard, it's the activity where you can see which team has made a submission and what results have they got on their submission, their last submission. So the University of Porto, which is the host university, did get a wrong answer in their last submission. On problem A, the first column indicates the rank, the second column indicates the university name, the third column indicates with how many problems have they solved so far, the fourth column indicates the problem code on which they are making the submission, and the fifth column indicates the result. So TLE stands for time limit exceeded, RTE for runtime error, AC for accepted, and WA for wrong answer. So this is the live telecast of the ICPC World Finals dress rehearsal. Tomorrow is going to be the main contest from at 11 a.m. Portugal time, the local time here in Portugal. You can also see the screens of the team of Instituto Militar, what they are doing right now. That's a very interesting feature that we have here. So we give you access to some of the team's computers. They are trying to test their problem by giving different test cases there. There is a bunch of things that are happening around the contest in which you can also participate. You can also see the live scorecard at icpc.baylor.edu/scorecard. You can see the live rank list. Yes, RTE is equal to runtime error, HD. The scoreboard is upstairs above. It's there in the chat history. At icpc.baylor.edu/scorecard. And you can see the Fudan University from China. They have the Asia East sub-regional. They have solved 6 problems and gotten a score of 6. Followed by the University of Waterloo North American Regionals, and they have a score of 6. The time that the larger number that you see on the scoreboard, which is 166 and 175, those are the total number of minutes that the team took to solve the problem, including the penalty if they have a wrong submission on a particular problem. So yes, there are 4 teams now, one from Asia East, one from North America, one from Asia Pacific, and one from the European region, to solve 6 problems each. No team has solved 5 problems, and we have the rest, plenty of teams actually solving 4 problems each. You can see the live images from the dress rehearsal contest arena. There are 135 teams taking part in this competition, which is going to happen tomorrow. The main event is going to happen tomorrow. While we bring this, while you can hear us in English, there are also other languages in which we are bringing this telecast to you live. And to get access to all those languages, broadcasting those languages, you can go to icpclive.com. There are a bunch of contests happening, Twitter contests, in which you can win prizes, and you can also make your teams appear on the screen, on the live screen, by following certain instructions which are given on icpclive.com. So please do that. There is a poll also. You can vote for your team, whom you're rooting for. So ICPC has this amazing tradition of balloons, where if you can see certain balloons on the screen, right? There are white balloons, a lot of white balloons there, and some yellow ones as well on the left side. So each problem is given a color coded balloon. If you solve a problem, you will be if your team solves the problem, there will be runners who will take the balloon and come to your desk and tie it up beside your desk. So if you solve 5 problems, there will be 5 balloons beside your desk. If you solve 3, there will be 3 balloons of different colors beside your desk. So teams can look up, anybody can look at the team and tell how many problems are solved. However, there is one interesting thing about ICPC is during the last 1 hour, the contest rank list gets frozen. Nobody can know what is happening apart from, so if I am a team and I am participating, I will know whether my submission is accepted or not, but I will not know everyone else's activity, anybody else's activity. And even the spectators can't know what is happening. So last 1 hour, nobody knows what is happening. And the results are declared only during the closing ceremony at the time of announcement of the results. So yes, at that time there will be no more balloons being put on the desks of the participants, because the balloons will reveal how many problems the team has solved. If you look, Vedant University is still at number 1 in the rank list. You can watch the live rank list at icpc.baylor.edu/scorecard, and you can also take part in certain competitions which are happening in Twitter. You can know about the competitions at icpclive.com. See the, yes, Jonathan, this is the warm-up for tomorrow. The warm-up, the dress rehearsal we call it. The contest arena looks exactly like what it will be tomorrow. It's a beautiful sight with 135 teams sitting there in that arena. Each team has 3 members, and yes, so everything is the same as it is going to be tomorrow apart from the proper set. Side of your screen, you can see the activity, the current activity of the teams who are making submissions. So German University of Cairo, they have recently just made a submission on problem D, which takes the tally to 3 problems solved now, and they've got an AC. AC means accepted, so there they have got a correct submission. Green is always correct, red is wrong answer, WA. See the submission queue there, the latest submissions happening in the system, and with their verdict, whether they are AC or WA or DLE or RTE. You can also have a look at the problem set, that is, the problems are solving, that the contestants are solving today in the dress rehearsal at myicpc.live/cdn/ICPC 2019-dress-rehearsal.pdf. I will share the link on the chat here. going to be a very, very exciting contest tomorrow. There are a lot of teams who are going to be favorites. Obviously, the defending champions from the will also be there. Moscow State University. Look at the scorecard right now. Still there are 5 teams now with 6 problems solved each. There is Scuola Normale Superiore University solving 6 problems, and they are at the 5th rank right now. Moscow State University is the defending champions. They were the winners last year with 9 problems solved. A lot of eyes will be on them this time.
I'd like to welcome Kristen Wright. Kristen is the director of Cisco's Research and Innovation. This year, Cisco is joining the ICPC community by helping to power ICPC News and ICPC Live. Kristen, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Great. So how did Cisco first get involved with the ICPC community?
We first got involved with ICPC last year, where my team attended the 2015 World Finals. We were so excited about what we saw that we then attended the Beijing Regionals, and of course we're happy and extremely excited to be here this year at the World Finals.
Great. And why does Cisco want to be engaged with the ICPC community?
We want to be engaged because it is such an exciting time in the industry right now. And we all hear so much about data and data-centric networking and autonomic networking and machine learning, and there are so many really interesting problems to solve in the industry. Frankly, we've been working for the last few years on solving some of the really challenging kind of infrastructure and pipe problems associated with really laying the baseline to be able to solve what I call sort of the fun stuff. What we wanted to do is, over the last year or so, we've realized that as we start to tackle some of these really exciting problems, we need new talent. We need people who are quick on their feet, who are very mathematically oriented, who are mad coders, and we wanted to attend ICPC to see if this might be a good place for us to recruit and a good place for us to engage. And I have to say that I think it's fantastic.
And are there opportunities for ICPC problem solvers at Cisco?
Absolutely. We have a load of opportunities, including all sorts of internship and hiring programs. I'll list just a few, but I'll say that we have infinite flexibility in how we bring folks in now. That's one of the places we've really tried to innovate on the talent side at Cisco as well. So some of the levers we have traditional internship programs, be they summer internships or off-quarter or off-semester internships. We have something called the Cisco International Internship Program, in which students actually come for a full year to San Jose to embed into either one of our CTO teams or one of our product teams and really get that full, rich, hands-on experience. We also have PhD internships, master's internships, postdocs, visiting professors, all sorts of other opportunities, and of course undergraduate hires as well, about which we're extremely excited.
And what is the value of an internship at Cisco?
The value of an internship at Cisco, let me say it this way. All internships have value because they give you exposure, they give you opportunity in the industry. Probably most importantly, you get to know people in the industry and you get to work on real problems. My favorite actually though is the one that I just mentioned a minute ago, the Cisco International Internship Program, in which we have students come for a full year and embed with our innovation teams, our research teams, our product teams, and that gives them the opportunity to really not just get exposure, but actually do development on real products. So often we'll take our interns and have them working directly with customers. We'll take them to our Cisco Live events. We'll have them working on real products. And a great majority of our SIP students have actually shipping code today, and we're extremely excited about that.
Okay, that internship program sounds interesting. And how do students start that process?
Students start that process they can visit innovation.cisco.com, or they can start the international internship program process through mycip.com. That's myciip.com.
What types of collaborative research have you conducted with universities?
We've done a lot of different types of research. Of course, we have our research grant program, which you can see on our website at research.cisco.com. We've also done a lot of sponsored research with universities, and as of late, we've started some new and innovative ways of working with universities, including sponsoring projects for students during their coursework, including working together with students, and bringing some of our innovation programs to the university.
Can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah. Hi. So we are back again at the ICPC Finals 2019 press rehearsal, and with me now are our two guests, Sebastian and Maria. They're from JetBrains, the global sponsor for ICPC World Finals 2019. One of the major reasons why the finals can take place. So Maria and Sebastian, welcome to the ICPC dress rehearsal, ICPC live commentary.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're glad to be here.
Yeah. So how has it been? Would you like to introduce first? Say something about what you do at at JetBrains.
Yeah, okay, so I work at JetBrains and I'm a team lead for a community support team. We have a lot of support programs in JetBrains and we provide free licenses to all of our tools. So whatever programming language you use, there is a tool for in JetBrains. And a lot of students and universities, colleges, schools around the world use our products for free in classrooms and for teaching tasks and for learning. So my team is in touch with plenty of schools and universities around the world, and we send them free licenses and help them, using the software, provide assistance. And it's just not about education. There are like support for open source projects and for user groups, tech meetups, plenty of it.
That's amazing. I'm sure we at Coaching also use the IntelliJ idea, and it's a wonderful tool.
Oh,
from JetBrains.
Yeah, that's cool.
A lot of developers in India also use that, and I'm sure. Yeah. So what about Sebastian?
Yes, I'm education advocate at JetBrains, which means I'm coordinating a lot of the involvement that we have at JetBrains for universities and higher education. And my personal passion is also Kotlin, which is what we've been promoting at this event quite a bit through our talks, as well as at our booth and with the Kotlin Trail Challenge for the contestants. And so far reception has been really great. It's a wonderful location as well. So, yeah.
And how has been your time in Portugal this time? Okay. How has been your time in Portugal this time?
Oh, it's been absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm really happy to be here because the event is great itself. It's really, it has, this kind of vibe in it, like the completely international, and so many people from all around the world meet. And the location is beautiful, as Sebastian said. The venue itself, the, kind of like old European customs house, the architecture is great. And I've seen the ocean for the first time in my life. So
is it? Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm from St. Petersburg, Russia.
Okay.
So we have the seaside, but it's not the ocean with the waves, which is totally magnificent.
Amazing. So is it your first time at the ICPC?
Yes, it's my first time.
Okay. So last year you were not at the Beijing.
No, I wasn't.
Because JetBrains was still there, right? JetBrains.
Yeah, some other people from the team.
And how has been your association with ICPC so far?
Yeah, so it's been a couple of years already, and I mean we're happy to visit the event every year because it's kind of like, as I said, it's a great opportunity to meet students from just around everywhere. Because usually, like, I'm in touch with a lot of teachers, professors, and students from all around the world, but it's just mostly email communication, and I do talk to them and I provide support to them, but meeting them in person is a totally different experience. So it's amazing to be here.
Yeah, and these are the smartest people all across the globe, right?
Yeah.
It's really exciting to just see all the problem solvers that you have here, and you can really tell from the vibe when you talk to people and by the kinds of questions that they ask that these are truly like the best of the best problem solvers. So it's been a really exciting experience.
Yeah. So what about Kotlin? How do you see the adoption of Kotlin across the globe? Which part of the world is probably using it the max, and in what applications is it being used the maximum?
I mean, I guess the main part where we're currently seeing adoption for Kotlin is still on the Android side, especially with the endorsement from Google. But I personally, and I think a lot of people at JetBrains, hope that Kotlin is going to take over the world on a lot of places, including the other iOS mobile world on back-end server development, and really just help people find the delight in programming again.
Yeah. And how do you see the adoption across the globe? Are there any certain regions of the globe which are using it more than some other parts?
That's unfortunately not information that I have.
Okay.
I mean, one of the parts that we believe Kotlin is important for the ICPC is because we think that Kotlin is a great first language to learn.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and I mean, there are a lot of features to the language that make it like really concise and easy to use and pragmatic. So we believe that the first experience you get, I mean, when you're a student, when you start doing things, you should really get acquainted with the best tools and best language features to do your stuff. And you can do front end and back end. You can build stuff yourself. Really,
that's a very interesting thing that you say, because I myself used to be a programmer. I did participate in ICPC long back, and these days we promote programming a lot among the school students in India. And as a first programming language, as you mentioned, we generally recommend Python because it's more verbose and there are less syntax that you have to write. So I don't know much about Kotlin because personally I have not used it myself, but yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know about Python, and we do have a PyCharm, which is an IDE for Python.
Yes.
We have PyCharm Educational Edition, which is also a really great choice. Like if you want to start with Python, the IDE like allows you to create courses like out of the box and provide corrections and make the learning process so much easier.
Yeah.
So we do that as well. I mean, we believe that there should be a lot of options, so with all of our tools, there should be a right tool for every developer. And we think that if you find the right tool, if it just clicks with you, it can be an IDE that makes your coding like so much better and so much faster and a more pleasant experience, then it's great for you. And if you find a language, and I've seen people convert into Kotlin and they say like, we're never looking back. It's so great, just writing in it, just using it. It's bringing joy to my work again, and I'm so happy to hear that because that means we're doing a good job.
Absolutely, I'm sure. So going ahead from here, right? So after ICPC, is there any big plan for JetBrains or Kotlin that way?
Well, plans in terms of
some events that you are going to?
Yeah, we have a Kotlin Conf. It's our annual conference on Kotlin. This year it happens in Copenhagen this December 2019. And it's really, I'm really happy to see that the tickets are selling out really quickly. There is so much demand from the community. And I have to say, I was at the Kotlin Conf last year.
And where did it happen last?
It was in Amsterdam. It was October in Amsterdam, and I've seen people come like approach. I was at the booth, and they approached me and said, this is the best tech conference we've ever been at, because the sense of community is so great. The community is so welcoming and inclusive, and always helping each other, and always happy to learn new things and new features, new ways to use Kotlin, because the language is essentially, you can do anything with it. And they're so excited to share these ideas.
So are there workshops happening in this camp? What
Absolutely, yeah, there are workshops.
Okay.
There are workshops and there are technical talks, and it's the event that JetBrains, does ourselves. So we are very careful, like we select the best speakers from the community and we work with them. And
there is a selection criteria for attending this camp?
Selection criteria.
So do you select people who will attend, or
no, with speakers? I mean.
Oh, speakers.
Yeah, speakers. Yeah. Of course. Like we'll select the talks, right? Not really speakers, but the talks, because we believe that there should be a diversity of talks, so that everyone who comes to the event, finds something really interesting and inspiring for them.
So is it like accessible to the students? Do they get any discount?
Absolutely. Yeah, they do have a discount. Should be like 50%, if I'm not mistaken. But there's a website, Kotlin Conf, and yeah, we should absolutely check that. The tickets are on sale now with discounts for students.
And when is it going to happen next?
It's this December 2019 in Copenhagen, Denmark.
So those of you who are listening to this, if you want to attend the Kotlin Conf, you can go to the website and the students who are there can get a discount.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I hope to see you there.
Yeah. And you can also meet Maria there. And
I hope.
Yeah. So, Maria, anything else that you would like to share with us, with the community, or if you want to say something?
I'd like to congratulate everyone, just because the event that happens now, it's so much excitement there.
Yes.
And I think that it's great when people are excited about what they do, because it's the only way to to live and to make things and to create things. So if you're excited about problem solving, about competitions, about programming, about whatever you do, we're excited to build tools that we make. And if you're excited about what you do, you'll do a great job. So I'm sure that everyone will do a great job on the event.
Absolutely. And these are the smartest people in the world who have come here, 135 teams.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great success.
Yeah, thank you. Me too. I think so. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Sebastian, for
Thank
giving
you.
your time. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Hello everyone, we are back and now we have another guest with us. We have Troy Vasiga, the coach of the University of Waterloo team. It's a pleasure to have him here. We'll just try and put him live. And I guess, let me just try it out. This one is open.
There we go.
Yeah, hi Troy.
Hello.
Welcome to ICPC Live.
Thank you very much for having me.
Pleasure is ours. So, Troy, as we were discussing, right? So you are the coach of the University of Waterloo, plus you are also the director of. Why don't you introduce?
Sure. Yeah. So my name's Troy Vasiga. I teach computer science at the University of Waterloo. I am the coach of the University of Waterloo ICPC teams, and also run the Canadian Computing Competition, which is the high school level competition. So that means we have about 6,000 students in Canada who write the CCC. The top 20 or so are invited to the Canadian Computing Olympiad, which is held in May. And then from that 20, we pick the top 4 students from Canada to represent Canada at the IOI, which is in a different country every year. So,
wow.
In fact, Jason and Sean, I've known them for a while. Sean was a CCC and CCO kid probably, I guess, about 5 or 6 years ago. Jason was also on the IOI team 2 years ago. And so Joachim is from Sweden, but I met him at an IOI when it was in Kazakhstan.
So Jason and these are your members right now?
That's correct. So yes. Yeah. So all 3 team members have competed either in kind of the lead up to or the IOI itself. So Jason won a gold medal there 2 years ago, so I think he was in the top 20 for sure overall at the IOI.
Top 25,
yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I feel good about our team. I think they're really good complements for each other. So they each have their strengths, and they kind of work together well. They're really communicative. They each have their strengths for sure.
What are the chances, do you think, this time?
Well, I don't want to be a betting man, but I did say to them, I want them to finish like with at a ranking that starts with a 1. So, it's got to be first, or, 10th or 11th or 12th or 13th.
Not in between.
Not in between, and not 2 digits at least, not 3 digits. It can't start with a 1 and have 2 more digits after. Yeah. So, really, we have kind of goals about which teams we would like to beat.
Yeah.
We would, I think it is possible for sure for us to be.
Can you share that with our audience? Which teams would you like to beat? Let's heat up the competition that way.
For sure. Well, I think certainly. We would like to have bragging rights within North America. I think it was a bit of a shock last year that UCF was the North American champion. Everyone thought, MIT is going to be the team to beat in North America, but UCF, they were stronger on the day. I think they beat MIT by penalty minutes, but still, time matters for this competition.
Absolutely.
So, it would be really great if we were North American champions. It'd be really great if we were in the top 12. But, the competition, not so much the competition itself, but the training and quality of other teams, I think, has improved a lot over the years. So, So I feel pretty good about our chances, but I wouldn't want to say, oh, yes, we're going to be this ranking because,
Yeah, so while we are talking, actually, the rank list is being frozen.
Okay.
So in the last half an hour, nobody will be able to see their activity.
Right.
So coming back to your team, so you said all the 3 members are from the IOI, those who represented their countries at the IOI. One is from Sweden and 2 people are from Canada.
That's correct. Yeah. So, and in fact, this year, like most years, we actually bring a bunch of spectators. So we're probably one of the larger delegations. So we brought all of the team members that would have qualified for the World Finals. So we have a regional competition in November. So the East Central North American region, which includes, so our big competition in that region is the University of Toronto, Carnegie Mellon, who is here, Ohio State, Michigan. I'm not sure so I know the Carnegie Mellon's here. I don't know the other team from our region that's also here. But last year we were
So how many teams from your region got qualified here?
I think there are 3 teams from our region. Yeah.
Okay.
But our teams finished first, second, third, and fourth in our region.
Okay.
So really, the first place team, which is Waterloo Black, which is the team that's here today.
Yeah.
Then I don't remember the color ordering. So we have 4 teams: black, red, gold, and white, which are the 4 colors of our logo. So I can't remember what order they were in. I think it was black, gold, and then red, and then white.
Okay.
That finished. But so all of those team members were also invited to be spectators, to kind of be a part of it, to meet other people that they know through
This was at your regionals.
This is at the regionals. That's right. So we the top team qualified, and they're here representing us. But the other guys are kind of hanging around for the week, kind of supporting them. They're going to do the contest.
They're here.
They're here. They're physically here.
Oh, you actually got them here?
Correct.
Wow,
correct.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So our sponsor Wish provides money to bring kind of the teams that would have qualified, and this year we did really well. So
all the top 4 slots were from your university, and
that's
you
correct.
invited the rest of the 3 also here.
Precisely.
That's an amazing thing to do.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, and they're enjoying the experience. So they were out. I mean, Porto is a beautiful city to go around. So in fact, the other team members this morning went for a bike ride around. They rented bikes for the day. I mean, it's much better weather.
Do you bike too?
I do bike too, but I didn't bike today. We walked down from the hotel, so it's about a 30-minute walk from the hotel to here. So instead of taking the shuttle bus, and it's a beautiful city, I would have to say. So in terms of location, it's been outstanding.
So I'm slightly more interested to know about the high school competition that you have.
Sure.
So I'm not sure if you. So let me also introduce myself to you. We run Code Chef in India.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So it's a educational initiative where we are trying to promote problem solving more in the Indian high school students as well now.
Yeah.
So how is it like in Canada? You said 6,000 people participate in the high school competition.
Yep.
So how do you promote it? Because India being such a large country with such high population, unfortunately only we get 1,000 users to who participate in the selections for the IOI.
Right. And India is probably, let's see, Canada has 35 million, so you are like 30 times the size of us or something like that. Yeah. So I mean, the CCC is one of the contests that's run out of the Center for Education and Mathematics Computing. So we have an organization at the University of Waterloo that has been running math competitions since the 1950s and 60s. So there's math competitions for grades 7 all the way up through grade 12 that we've been running for decades, if not more than that. So with those math competitions, we have good connections with high schools. So really for us, it's trying to get into the high schools in India, for example. That would be the way. So whether that's through the Ministry of Education or India has a whole bunch of provinces, and each province has their own education system. So I mean, there's more challenges facing there. Yeah. I mean, we have a similar kind of.
You went via the math competition.
Pardon me?
So you tried to enter via the math competition.
That's right, yes. And in fact, we have this competition called the Beaver Computing Challenge in Canada, which is a computing competition, but also sort of a math competition to try to connect together those students who like math but want to get into computer science. So that starts in actually grade 5.
Wow.
So grade 5.
In grade 5, do you think kids can decide whether they want to do computing?
Well, I think they can be. Kids like to solve puzzles, right? So absolutely. And so really, computer science and mathematics is about solving puzzles. I mean, the puzzles get more abstract as you get deeper into mathematics and computer science. But the joy of puzzles is what these kids here are really solving puzzles in the competition today or tomorrow, right? So I mean, they're doing it because this is. I've seen something like this before. I have to twist it this way, or let's move these parts around. That solving a computing program or solving a logic puzzle in grade 5, they're kind of similar in that they are. There's some kind of insight or logic needed. You need to connect some things you've done before differently, and then you'll get the right answer. So.
But then there are 2 parallel competitions, right? There is a mathematical Olympiad and there is an informatics Olympiad.
Correct.
So do they conflict with each other? Are they competing with each other?
Not really. I mean, I don't know the percentage here, but certainly I know for some teams, there certainly are some IMO winners that are also here.
Yes.
Kevin Sun, in fact, on the MIT team, he was on the Canadian IMO and Canadian IOI team. So in fact. Kevin Sun is a Canadian or dual citizen, so we'll if he wins, we'll say he's Canadian.
Yeah.
But
sure.
I guarantee that there are probably at least 25% of the competitors out on the floor right now are have competed either in math competitions or been IMO members or for their countries because fundamentally there is logic and there is flow and thinking logically through problems,
Yes.
you know, breaking down a problem into smaller parts, right? Like they're not writing one big program, they're writing a bunch of functions to do something.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
there's a very strong mathematical component required there.
absolutely,
Right?
yes,
Required.
yeah.
Yes. So yeah, the point was in Canada.
Yeah.
What do students prefer more? Do they are they more attracted towards the IMO or the IOI or?
I mean, there's more students that write the math competitions. I
Right.
mean, like math competition, you need a pencil, right?
Absolutely.
And you don't know when you're wrong in a math competition.
Yeah.
Like you write down your answer and you're
Yes,
done,
yes.
right? Whereas in a computing competition, you know, if it doesn't compile, you're wrong, and like so there is the hurdle of okay, I can't even get my program to run,
Yes.
let alone know if it's correct or not. Whereas math, you don't have that same kind of barrier to know okay, well, I wrote down something and it's totally illogical,
That's
but
very,
I'm
very
done,
interesting, actually,
right?
yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
when you're dealing, you have to overcome the hurdle of the actual machine and the compiler itself
Yes,
first.
there's a friction there.
Yeah. So I think that has a bit of a detriment in terms of attracting students to computer science. But I mean, you know, that's why I think we will come up with better and better programming languages,
Yeah.
certainly better than C++, that attract students, that make it easier to
So do you
get started.
Do you actually recommend any programming language for the IOI or people who are
Well,
starting
yeah.
off
I
first
mean,
language?
okay. So yeah, for first languages, not C++. I mean, for programming contests, I think unfortunately, you know, C++ is the definitive programming language because it compiles and it runs quickly. Like Python does not have that same
Yes.
benefit. I mean, I love Python as the first language because
Yeah.
the syntax
I
is
love
very
to.
simple.
We promote that a lot.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because I mean, I
Yeah.
do think that's accessible.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, that's maybe not the very first language. Like I know Scratch and those kind of more graphical programming languages are maybe even a better first entry point. But I haven't really done a lot of Scratch programming.
But this
so
is something that I feel about. This is my personal thing about Scratch. So the thing is, it is so concrete.
Yes.
Right. To move away to an abstractness of a language, it is a big jump for a participant, right?
Right,
For a learner, for a student. He thinks, oh, this was nice, fancy, cool thing,
Right,
and now
yes.
suddenly I have to write code on the screen.
Yeah.
And that is kind of people drop off probably there.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, with it would be nice if I think it sort of depends on how you teach it too.
Yes,
Like if you had
absolutely.
something that's okay, like it's not really that entertaining to print "Hello World"
Yes.
anymore.
Yes.
And I mean, programming languages have lots of things built in. You know,
Yeah.
Python you can make a turtle graphic really easily, importing the right kind of library. So
Yeah.
I think, you know, having some kind of good guide, or either as a mentor or a teacher or websites that kind of, okay, do this simple thing and you'll see something interesting as the result.
Right.
And then really you want to overcome the fear of students doing something in the sense that, okay, so you're not going to break the computer. Like you can type something wrong and it's not going to be bad, but take something and now transform it a little bit. Like what happens when you change this variable by this amount?
Absolutely.
What is the effect of that, you know,
Yeah.
in
And when
the
they
picture?
can see it on the screen.
Precisely.
So like you can do it on JavaScript on the browser, right? And you
Exactly.
can actually see.
Right.
the
You know, what happens
change. Yes.
when you change this number 3 to a -3? Like what
Absolutely.
happens to your picture? All the pixels
Yeah.
reverse or something. You know, it was like, oh, okay, that's really cool. You want to make it enticing, you know. And then I think once they get comfortable with changing and dealing with how programs can be modified to do different things, then they're going to start to get hooked to it, right? Because okay, let me try to then make this more formal, and then eventually they'll get into kind of the joy of problem solving.
Absolutely.
Really.
So when you run this high school competition, so do you also have any program for orientation for the students who are doing programming for the first time? Do you have
So we have kind of 2 levels of competition for that. So we have a junior program, so a junior contest and a senior contest. Junior is meant for students who have never programmed before, or done a little bit of programming. Really, to do well on the junior competition, you need to know what an if statement is and what a loop is.
Okay.
And that's basically the level of
that's how it
intensity.
should be,
Yeah. So like, you know, 3 or 4 out of the 5 questions, that's all you need. And the last question, you might need some insight, like, okay, you need dynamic programming, or you need...
Really?
Yeah.
The junior
Well,
contest?
not dynamic programming, but you do need some kind of recursion, probably.
Right. Okay.
Some backtracking.
That's even...
Like, or, you know, simple graph search, that kind of thing on the last problem of the junior. But if
Okay.
you're on the last problem of the junior, you might have written the senior instead.
Absolutely.
So it's meant to kind of be a starter contest. So, okay, if you do well on the junior, you're probably ready to write the senior next year. All of our contests are free and online, and we have our own CCC grader.
So are the high
Yeah,
schools
yeah.
there aware of this? Are they proactive in going to your website and making it
Yes,
done?
yeah,
So
yeah.
is it pushed by the government, or how does it happen?
No, it's more like we try to, because of our math contests. So the
Right.
math contests are about, I want to say, we have over 500,000 students write all of our math contests.
Wow.
So we have connections with all kinds of schools. So we push it to those.
So you are running
schools.
your math contest, and hence you are also pushing this.
That's right,
So
that's
maths
right.
is the best way to get into the
Exactly.
things.
Yeah.
Amazing. And how long have you been at ICPC?
So this is my 5th time here. So I'm getting a coach's award this afternoon, sometime in the next 20
Wow,
minutes.
congratulations.
Thank you very much. So yes, this is my 5th ICPC.
Uh-huh.
So.
And what is your best rank?
Our best. So we were doing an excellent job of being 13th. So we've, I think, 2 or 3 out of the 5 years we've been 13th.
Wow.
Now, the trouble with 13th is it's one less than 12, or one bigger than 12. So we've been out of the medals.
That's really hard.
Yeah, it's true. One year we did actually receive a bronze medal after the fact because we were within 75 penalty minutes and solved the same number of problems as the 12th place team. So we did get a kind of an unofficial bronze medal a few years ago. But yeah, so it would be great to be
at least
at least in the top 12 would be great. We were North American champions in Rapid City, which was 2 years ago. So yeah, to be either North American champions or in the top 12 would be great. And if we're both, even greater.
And I really hope that happens this time.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Troy, for your time.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it was a pleasure having you here.
Yes.
And I'm sure the community also loved this interview, and we'll be back in some time again. Yeah. Thanks, Troy. Hi everyone, so we are back again. We are having a bunch of very interesting interviews today while the dress rehearsal for the ICPC World Finals 2019 is going on. While you're watching this, the rank list is frozen. That's why you can see on your left hand side of the screen there are question mark against each submissions. So these are the question marks. The rank lists are frozen, and the scoreboard is frozen Razao. And till the time, who is the host? Abhinesh. The host is right now Anoop, at least in the English commentary section. Yeah, and we have our another guest today, and our guest is Hyun Yong Yem. Did I pronounce it right? Yom? Yeah, we have Yom from Seoul National University. He's the coach of Seoul National University. I'll just...
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, Yom. Good to have you here at ICPC Live.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here. So you are the coach of the Seoul National University.
Yeah, Seoul National University.
So why don't you tell something about your team members this time?
Well, this year, I mean, all my team members are sophomores.
They're all sophomores?
All 3 of them.
Wow.
And I was kind of surprised to have these sophomores,
Yeah.
all the sophomores in my team, because usually it's like juniors or seniors when they are selected to be the
Yes,
first team
yes,
of Seoul
yes.
National University.
Yes.
But they are pretty good.
So how did that happen?
Well, what they do is they form a team by themselves,
Okay.
and they compete within themselves.
Right.
So, and this team last year, and there's a Seoul regional, and the first team that got the first rank
Yeah.
from the
Right.
regional will come to the
Yes.
ICPC finals,
Yes.
and it just happened.
Yeah, amazing. So do they have any previous programming background in school, high school?
Oh yes, most of the students who come here, there's this another competition called IOI.
Yes, we were just talking about it
Oh, okay.
with the University
Yeah.
of Waterloo.
So,
how much is IOI popular in Korea?
well, it's quite popular
Yeah?
for the high school students who wants to come to computer science. And usually the top tier students that got some awards from IOI,
Yes.
they usually will become the members of the team
Yeah. So
for ICPC teams.
does your university give more preference to admission to these students?
There's a little bit of advantage, but
Yes.
not that much.
Not much?
So if you just go for concentrate all your efforts to the IOI and didn't look at anything like your grade or anything, then you can come.
You can't
can.
come into your
But
university.
so you have to maintain your GPAs and also participate in IOI and
Right.
get some awards.
So are these three people who are members of your team, are they winners of any medal at the IOI?
I think so.
Yeah.
At least two of them did.
Two of them are they won the medals at IOI.
Yeah.
So what is the rank that you're hoping this time?
Well, this time anything will be fine. Actually,
Anything.
I mean, if they got some
Absolutely.
medal, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not that
You are-
picky about the colors of the medal.
You are expecting a medal? That means top 12.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I hope so.
Yeah, you're not picky about the color at all.
Well, I'd rather have the gold, but
Yeah.
you can always wish,
Yeah.
right?
Is there any team that you want to beat?
Not the particular. I mean, it differs from year to year.
This year?
So yeah.
This
So
year, do
this
you want
year, I don't really know which one would be the top.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, usually the Russians are doing pretty good,
yes.
and the Chinese.
Yes.
And well, if we can beat the Russians and Chinese,
You'll be
that would be
happy.
super happy.
So how long have you been a coach?
Oh, it's been about 10 years now.
10 years now? Yeah. And this is your 10th time at ICPC?
No, we didn't make to the final a couple times, so I think it's my 7th time.
Wow, that's a long time. Huh?
Right.
Yeah. And what is your best rank till date?
The day before last year, we got the gold,
Oh, wow.
4th place, and last year we got the silver,
Yeah.
5th place.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So
So
you're
this
doing
year,
great as a
well,
coach. So you've already got 4th and 5th. Yeah. So
Right.
this time you want the top 3.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Well, we can always hope.
Yeah, we're pretty sure. Yeah, you'll do good.
Uh-huh.
So how does the whole programming culture is there? How is it the culture in Korea?
The programming culture, I mean, well, it's not for everybody.
Not for everybody.
Uh-huh. And even for the computer science majors,
Yeah.
when they come to the university, well, some of the students, like my team members, they have been doing the programming for, say, 4 or 5 years in the middle school or high school.
4 or 5 years.
But not everybody coming to the computer science
Yeah.
are not familiar with the programming.
Yeah.
So about half of the students didn't really have any experience.
Any experience at all. So then how do you as a university manage? So now you have to handle both kinds of students. Some who
Right.
know programming very much,
Right.
who already know everything,
So
and
I mean,
some who don't know
it
anything.
usually is a challenge
Yeah.
to, I mean, there are these two very separate
Right.
different groups.
So you have like different classes for them?
Not really. Well, there are some really beginning programming courses that you let the students who are not familiar with computing programming
Right.
can take.
Right.
And you are kind of discouraging these experienced students from taking these classes.
Yes.
But you can't really force them not to. But if they want to waste their time taking these easy courses, I mean, that's fine too, but
Yeah.
they usually don't.
Yeah,
So in the beginning, there's really big difference.
Big difference.
But in 1 year or two,
Yeah.
that difference kind of melt away, you know.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So, well, in terms of programming itself, I
Yeah.
mean, there is still some differences when they graduate.
Right.
But as far as computer science education goes,
Mhm.
the difference is pretty much nil
Okay.
when they graduate.
So what happens to people who graduate? Do they go into research or do they want a job in your university? What is it that they mostly do?
Well, it depends really. I mean, we
Yeah.
don't have that many students. We only have 50, 60 students.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
So let's see. Out of 60, about half, they go to the graduate school,
Okay.
and about half goes to the industry
Yeah.
for programming jobs.
And the industry is they mostly look for jobs in the West, or do they stay in Korea, or how is it like?
Well, I think most of the students stay in Korea,
Yeah.
but about 10-20% go to the graduate school in US or
Okay.
Europe,
Yeah.
and it's kind of pretty rare for the undergraduate graduates
Yes.
to get a job outside of Korea.
Oh.
But when they
Okay.
get advanced degrees, they usually do.
Okay. Okay. That's quite interesting. And how popular is IOI in South in Korea?
Well, it is pretty popular for the students who wants to study computer science.
Uh-huh. So
But
do
again,
they teach computer science in school, high school there? Algorithms and data structures.
yes and no. I mean,
Okay.
some schools do,
Some
and some schools don't.
Okay.
So it's not really mandatory. But
it's-
there are some talks that to change it so that everybody will.
Oh, is it? The government
yeah,
is talking about it?
Right. The government is talking about it, the
Okay.
Ministry of Education.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know whether that's good or bad. I mean,
Okay.
as a computer science professor,
But what do
I'm-
you think?
well, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
And well, there are a lot of
But now there is more
pressures.
pressure on the students that they have to learn
Yeah,
one more subject.
right,
A
uh-huh.
lot of people think that.
And another thing is, these days there are a lot of pressure from the society, or what do you call it? I mean, from the people or
Yes.
from the higher up,
Yes.
that everybody who comes to university
Yeah.
needs to learn programming
Yeah.
or learn computer
They
science.
need to know. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, everybody does math,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And from like 10, 15 years ago, everybody needs to do statistics.
Yes.
And now, everybody needs to do some machine learning
Yeah.
or AI.
Yeah.
So it's like the tools of the trade.
Yeah.
It changes,
But
and you have to
still-
keep it up.
But still, a good, solid mathematical background is important.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So I mean, like the statistics or machine learning, you can't really learn it
Yeah, if you-
unless you are fluent in mathematics.
Yes, yes.
So the basic is always the mathematics.
So, do you emphasize a lot on mathematics in the computer science curriculum as well?
Not really.
Then, how do your students come here at the ICPC?
Well,
They learn it on themselves.
well, the mathematics background, they get it from the
Yeah.
high school, I
High
guess.
school,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And sometimes that's enough, I guess.
Yeah. If you compare IOI with IMO,
Uh-huh.
which one is more popular in South Korea?
I don't really have any idea.
Okay.
Maybe IMO is more popular because I mean mathematics is more,
more popular, more
prevalent,
easy. Yeah,
right?
prevalent.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but IOI is pretty popular for some of the students,
Some of the students.
who wants to study
And
computer
you
science.
also do give some weightage to the students who do well at the Olympiads,
Uh-huh.
whether it is IOI or IMO.
I don't really have anything to do with IMOs.
Oh, no, only
No,
IOI. So you do
IOIs.
give preference to students who do well at the IOI
Yes, for the computer science.
for the computer science
Uh-huh.
field.
So for the other majors like mathematics or physics or EE,
Yeah.
maybe they give more preference to
those
IMO
subjects,
too,
yes,
but
yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. That's amazing to know. Yeah. That's very, very nice. And I hope your team does change the color of the medal.
Well,
This
thank
time.
you. I hope so.
Yeah. All the best. And thanks a lot for your time here
Okay.
and having time
Thank you.
conversation. It's a pleasure having you here. So
Thank you.
thank you, Mr. Young. Yeah. Okay, so we are in the middle of the dress rehearsal for the ICPC World Finals 2019, and we have been having some amazing interviews with a lot of people here. Thanks, Abhinesh. Right now, the scoreboard is frozen, which means you can't see the activity of people. Entertainment, I think there are 6 teams from India this time. We have had some very insightful interviews with the coach of University of Waterloo and the coach of Seoul National University, JetBrains away. It's been a good time for me, and I hope you also liked the interviews. The dress rehearsal is happening. It's in the final stages. You can see some participants with food on the table as well as trying to solve problems. The scoreboard is frozen, obviously. You can't really see it, but before the scoreboard got frozen, you have University of Waterloo solving 10 problems along with the Fudan University. And the amount of time left is 1 minute. I think it's almost close to the session. Sorry, there are 7 teams from India participating this time. Entertainment.
4, 3, 2, 1. We have finished the dress rehearsal of the 2019 World Finals here at beautiful
By the time it still says 25 seconds to go, 24 seconds to go.
Now, I'd like to have everybody take a seat at their workstations. And we're going to recognize the folks that have made all of this possible.
I leave you there with Jeff Donahoe, who is with the mic in the contest arena. Listen to him.
So everybody, we're going to talk about the coaches now, the most important folks in the ICPC, the coaches and the contestants. The coaches have given up their time and dedication to make all of this possible. And it's because of their dedication, their commitment, their hard work, and personal sacrifice that we're all here today. It's made possible for all these teams. We're here to celebrate the best of the best. Coach awards are given to coaches who have brought teams to the World Finals for 5 or more years. Hey, can I get everybody to have a seat? We're here to honor the coaches, so have a seat, please. Marshals, can you help me get everybody seated? Marshals, can you help me get everybody seated? All right, everybody have a seat. We're going to celebrate our coaches. more years. That's impressive. It's really hard to get to the World Finals. So being a coach of a team that's good enough to get here for 5 or more years is quite impressive. Senior Coach Awards are presented to coaches who have brought teams to the World Finals for 15 or more years. That's a long time to get your team advanced to the best of the best of the best of the world. And our most prestigious coach award, the Lifetime Coach Award, are for those coaches who have brought teams to the World Finals for 20 or more years. So let's all take a break and give a hand for all of the coaches.
I'll tell you about the problem E from Dress Rehearsal. It's called Get the Number. So in problem, the jury choose some number x, which is between 1 and 1000, and you need to guess it. The difference between this problem and all problems which were given in previous World Finals is that this problem is interactive. That means that you don't get all the input in the start of the problem, and you need to interact with jury checker and send some data to it and receive some responses from jury checker. So you need to make no more than 10 guesses, and for each guess the jury respond that the choose number is less or higher than the current one. So how to solve this problem? This is actually a simple problem. You do just a binary search. So what's the idea of binary search? You have the interval of values which could be, and in the beginning of the problem the interval is between 1 and 1000. You choose just a middle of this interval. In the start it will be 500, and ask jury checker if it's lower or higher. So when you get a response from jury, you just make your interval less in 2 times, and then you go to the smaller interval, and then again you try to use the middle of the interval to check if the x is bigger or less than this value. And in 10 guesses you will get the interval which is has the length of 1, and that means that you find this x. So that's all for this problem. Thanks.
All right, would Coach Guntis Arnikins from the University of Latvia please come to the stage? Coach Arnikins is receiving a coach award for bringing teams 5 times to the ICPC World Finals. Congratulations, Coach. All right, would Coach Jeff Gitlin from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln please come to the stage? Coach Gitlin is receiving a coach award for bringing teams 5 times to the ICPC World Finals. Join me in and congratulating Coach Iflin. Would Coach Ala Gerard from Tishri University and Syria Virtual University please come to the stage? Coach Gerard is receiving a Coach Award for bringing teams 5 times to the ICPC World Finals. Would Coach Eduardo Adrian Franco Martinez from Escuela Superior de Computo del Instituto Politécnico Nacional please come to the stage? Coach Martinez is receiving a Coach Award for bringing teams 5 times to the ICPC World Finals. Congratulations, Coach. Congratulations, Coach Martinez. Would Coach Ho Dak Kwong from University of Engineering and Technology, BNU, please join us on the stage?
Talking, and the idea is that we shouldn't increase this one. So the good idea is to set it to 0. And yeah, this is 0. So the good idea is to set it to 0. And the main feedback line is here. So the idea is don't go to the red zone and the balance between green zone and yellow. So that's like a yeah.
Coach Song is receiving a Coach Award for bringing team 5 times to the ICPC World Finals. Congratulations, Coach.
So you will hear all the guests here.
Congratulations, Coach. Would Coach Feng Su from Beijing Normal University please come to the stage? Coach Su is receiving a Coach Award for bringing teams 5 times to the ICPC World Finals. Congratulations, Coach Su. Congratulations. Would Coach Troy Lasiga from University of Waterloo please come to the stage? Coach Lasiga is receiving a Coach Award for bringing teams 5 times to the ICPC World Finals.
One, two, three, 4. So maybe I saw here.
Congratulations, Coach.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Could you please give it up and try to say something? Number 3. Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
So
Hello.
do you
1,
hear
2,
me?
can you say it again?
Number 3. Okay. This one. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, I can
Correct.
hear you.
Try without it. Say something, please. So it's mute. Okay. So this is mute both the output and the microphones. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, the short answer is we cannot do this. Yeah, but the idea, so how to reconfigure the equipment to make it possible.
But that's all right. It's not very important.
Okay.
I was just trying today, so I did not know if it was properly working or not. So I had to say.
Yeah, the good news is that that's a very simple system.
Yes.
So it should work stable.
It should work. Yes.
We hope so.
No problem. Alexei, where are you from?
From Russia, St. Petersburg.
Oh, okay.
I'm friends of ICPC Live team. Anyway, me and Vitalik, so we are will command. So so we'll sit in the room here.
Yeah.
Near you. If you will have some problems with the equipment,
no,
please.
Igor will be there. He knows everything.
Yeah. So if anyway, so if you will have some problems with it, just like do this. Yeah. I'll go to the second room.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Have a good contest.
Yeah. You too.
See you later.
Sure.
So you like it's a challenge for me
No,
right now
no, it's okay.
to make it work.
No, it's
so
okay.
That's interesting. That's like a very good question.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
So the idea that's very simple equipment, you know.
Yeah. It will
Probably.
work.
Yeah. Probably. So when the host asks for. So no, the organizers ask for like domestic host to provide some equipment.
Yeah.
The question is if they like describe this requirement or not.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because so all the things related to particular hardware or equipment, so if you have no such note, we have no chances for it to be implemented, you know.
Yes.
So the main idea is to looking for it's to look here. That's
Yes.
like a feedback.
Yes.
Use here. And just when he or she starts talking, just to regulate.
Yeah.
and then we are adding a voiceover commentary over that stream.